Finding, renovating, and then renting old properties is always an adventure. These are my experiences. I've been putting this project off for quite a while, but this beam here, it's got some really bad sags in it, and it telegraphs all through the house really bad. Okay, this is the first house that I purchased in Detroit, and it is one of 3 so far. And I'm calling it the Illusion because on the initial walkthrough, this was the best one of the bunch. But really, as I've gotten into it, it is by far the worst in terms of the work required. And this beam here is kind of a perfect example. So on the initial walkthrough, there's one of the posts was rusted out at the bottom and there was a sag in it. But as I got into working on it, I realized that every single one of those metal posts at the bottom had rusted out and had kind of sunk into the dirt or the footing. So there were footings underneath every post, but what they did is there was a layer of dirt, anywhere from 1 inch to 2 to 3 inches of dirt between the footing and the slab that they poured. And when there's a heavy rain, the water flows through that layer of dirt under the slab. And so over the 100 years, it just rusted those things out and they begin to sink down. And so in replacing these, I had to bust out what was there of the slab to pour and kind of extend that footing up to the surface so it's solid concrete. And then I mounted a 1-inch post base to set my posts on. The other thing is, as I was going, was I used the adjustable post jacks to kind of spread out the area that I'm lifting, as well as add additional support and safety. But I realized that those center sections, the span between the posts, was just a little too wide for the structure and for the weight of the structure. And so I had to add in the diagonal supports that you see there as well to help support those center sections. One of the biggest challenges with this project, though, was just getting that beam set or raised to the right height. All of the exterior walls are at different heights. Nothing is level, so you can't just set up the laser and go with it. Use the laser to check your heights, but you're really setting it at kind of the nearest location that you're going for, and splitting the difference between the various exterior walls. All said and done, this took me roughly 40 hours, and that included all the incidental work that you don't see in the video that it took to clear out the space to get that LVL in there, as well as breaking up the footing or the slab to extend those footings. So there's a lot of other supports that need to go into this basement, and we'll be showing those in the next videos.